You know, of all the character tropes out there in anime, one of the most popular is that of idols. And I just do not understand what people see in these characters. Yeah, see, I personally just don't get it. So, I personally am not a huge fan myself, but the popularity of shows like Oshinoko and Love Live speak for themselves. Idols are very popular here in Japan. I may not be a fan, but a lot of people are. So, to help me understand idols and maybe how idol otaku think, I decided to take a look at every manga I have read that featured an idol at one point and choose my personal favorite. Hopefully then I would maybe understand why people like the idol trope. So with that in mind, the idol I came across, I believe, is not only best girl in her series, but also the best idol character ever. So without any further tech issues, grab your glow sticks and let's take a look at the best idol waifu you pathetic weebs forgot about. Class is now in session. So this here is Ruka Suirenji, the best girl of Hayate Combat Butler. And yes, before you start yelling at me in the comments, yes, I know, I made a video last year all about Maria and how she is the best maid waifu you forgot about. But never once did I say she was the best girl in her series. I love Maria, but Ruka is the true best girl. For those of you who are new to this channel, yes, once again, I am going to gush over the amazing work of Sensei Hata. Let us begin, shall we? This here is Ruka Suirenji, the best character in Hayate. And I don't believe anyone has talked about her at all, which I find very unjust. So I plan to fix that issue. Ruka had a rough childhood from loving but not the wisest parents. Her parents were failed artists and they wanted her to succeed in showbiz. This led to her going through intensive training. This was something she did not mind, but something else caught her fancy from a young age. Ruka loved manga ever since she was a kid and always wanted to try drawing it, but never really had a chance. However, things were not all glitter and gold back home. Due to all that training Ruka was going through, her parents were racking up a massive debt. Upon learning this, she went out of her way to try out for a famous agency where she got accepted. However, when her parents learned this and realized they can no longer help her shine like they would have wanted to, they decide to pack up and vanish, leaving Ruka with one final Christmas gift, 150 million yen debt. Upon taking on this debt, Ruka throws herself into her work, becoming one of the top idols of the world. After about 3 months of this hard work, she gets a chance to interview the famous Sensei Ashibashi, where she notices his manuscript, and this gives her a spark to test her skills by making her own doujinshi. So she stays in the background for most of the manga until the Violet Mansion arc, which just happens to be my favorite arc of the entire manga, not just because of Ruka, though main reason, but because most of the character development for everyone happens here. At this point, Hayate gets brought into Ruka's life as a health manager. Ruka, though, is not used to this and is surprised anyone is willing to take this good care of her. Ruka asks Hayate why he is doing this, and he simply responds with the natural-born player line that he has, "Because I care about you, Ruka-san." This leads to yet another girl falling in love with this man. The main reason I find Ruka to be the best girl is that she's an honest and hard-working character. She's always trying to be positive, and I feel everything this character went through. She feels like a real person. She just wants to follow her dreams, and she enjoys what she does. She never gives up, even after falling down multiple times. She keeps pressing forward. At one point in the manga, she takes a leave from being an idol for health reasons and focuses on her dream of being a manga artist. She even debates leaving behind the idol world to focus on manga, but she learns that she can't. She likes being an idol too much to fully turn away from it. During this arc, Ruka also confesses her feelings to Hayate and asks if he'll become her boyfriend. This led to what I found to be a turning point for Hayate as well, because up until this point, anytime one of the many love interests would try and confess, he would give his classic what Ruka decided to do was straight up call bullshit. And personally, I love that she called bullshit on this, as Ruka was being really honest, so she asked Hayate for his real reason. And this is the point where Hayate's character begins to change for the better, as Ruka is one of the few people he actually opens up to. He explains that there is a girl that he has to protect at all costs. And I personally love that. Even when Ruka offers to take on his debt if he would just marry her, he still declines. Not only is she one of the more emotional characters in this series, I personally feel the connection she and Hayate share. I can't say that about most love interests, and that is why I believe Ruka is the best girl for many reasons. And it's just sad to see she was not the true endgame for Hayate. And with that, my students, we have reached the end of our first lesson this year. Once again, we find yet another amazing waifu that so many people forgot about. I may personally not like idols all that much, but I have never forgotten the true best girl of this series. With all that said, thank you all so much for watching. Please let me know down in the hate lab below if there are any other waifus you want to see get the attention they deserve. Also, do me a favor, hit that black button next to my name so that the producers of this show don't fire me. And with all that said and done, I'm gonna go watch that new Project Sekai movie because Hatsune Miku finally has an anime. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm Professor Plague, class dismissed.